Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another Halloween makeup look. As you can see, today we are creating a creepy clown. I don't have a name for her yet, so let me know down in the comments what you think we should name her. You guys already know the drill. Make sure you check out my previous videos. I will have them linked, that way you can get all caught up, and make sure you are subscribed, that way you don't miss out on any of my next looks. Let's just get right into it. If you want to see how I created this clown look, then just please keep on watching. So we're going to be going in with our white base. So I'm using Snazaroo Classic Face Paints, and I'm taking a dense foundation brush, and I'm just going to be stippling that all over my face. I prefer to use a brush as opposed to a sponge because I feel like with a brush it gives a little bit more coverage and it doesn't leave any harsh lines. Sometimes with the sponge, since this is a water activated face paint, the sponge needs to be wet, and so when I use it, sometimes it can kind of lift the paint off of my skin, so I just prefer to use a brush. And then I did pack on some layers all over the face, even under my eyes, and then we're also going to get the ears. Since those are going to be showing, I didn't want to forget those. But now we're going to go ahead and move on to the eyebrows, or my cursive brows, like people like to say on TikTok. I just kind of flicked the front of my brow up a little bit to give more of like a sinister look. And then I just fill in my eyebrows a little bit like normal, make sure my arch is pretty high, and then extend the tail of my eyebrow. And I'm actually just using black eyeshadow for this step. Now we're going to be moving on to the eyes. I'm just taking a fluffy brush and packing on some black eyeshadow all over my eyelid and underneath my eyes. I'm also going to be taking the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in black and going over everything just to make it a little bit darker. I also did pack some more eyeshadow on top of this. And then we're going to take that same eyeshadow brush with a little bit more black eyeshadow and just extend like a triangle shape above our eyes. Then I'm going to be taking some black face paint and just drawing these lines, you know, like the clown look. I'm also filling in my nose a little bit with some black eyeshadow, and then I'm taking a black eyeliner and tightlining my waterline. You see the before and after? Yeah, it makes a difference. Now I'm going to be sketching out the mouth part. So I don't know, I just kind of came up with this random shape for the mouth, and just took a tiny little brush and some black eyeshadow and just shaded on the outside of that line. Now, it's okay if it's not perfect. Mine's totally not even, but you know, it's fine. Just take that eyeshadow and shade all the way around that shape. And then we're going to be moving on to the lips. I'm using that same black eyeliner that I used for my eyes, just lining my lips like normal, but I did add a little bit of that flick at the corner of my mouth. I am going to be using just a regular black lipstick to fill in the lips. I'm not exactly sure the exact name of this lipstick, but it will be down in the description box below with all the other products that I used. So at this point, I still felt like my face was looking a little flat, so I just took a large brush with some black eyeshadow and just contoured my cheeks, and then whatever was left on that brush, I just took that on my forehead just to kind of add some dimension up there also. I also wanted to add a little bit of contour to my nose, so I just took that same eyeshadow brush that we used for our eyes, and whatever product was left on that brush, I just used it to define my nose a little bit more. And of course, I couldn't forget the jawline. You know, I have to hide my double chin. At this point, I still felt like she needed something more, so I wanted to add some tears. You want to saturate your brush really well with a lot of water and mix it into your face paint. As you can see, I didn't have enough water in my brush at this point, so I had to do it a few times until my tear could be runny. And you just kind of want to be very careful with this. I allowed you guys to watch this in real time. That way you could see how I actually did it. You could be as messy or as clean as you want with this step. I was actually genuinely surprised at how the tears just kind of stopped right on top of my mouth. Like, I thought that was really cool. But yeah, I just did this to both sides and just kept on going over the same tier until it was runny enough. And of course, you can do this as many times as you want to have as many tiers as you want. I've also done this in the past with other colors. So I've done like black tiers and red tiers to kind of mimic blood. So it's completely up to you. You can just have fun with it and see what you like. Now, as you can see, when we were doing these tiers, it kind of messed up the makeup around our eyes. So I just took that same brush with the same face paint and just packed it on top of those areas so it didn't look like I took off the makeup. I also took it up to my eyelid and just kind of made it a little bit messier with my finger. I thought it looked kind of cool. Remember to always have fun with this, and you can literally do whatever you want. For the last part of the makeup, I just wanted the mouth to pop a little bit more, so I just took some black face paint and outlined that entire area. Now, to finish up the look, we are going to be adding the clown collar. I did make this myself. I found a post on Pinterest on how you could make this. I believe if you just search clown collar or like DIY clown collar, you'll see so many posts on different ways you can make this. But I just used some coffee filters and a shoestring and just tied it through the filters, and I was like, oh my god, this looks amazing. But I wanted to get it a little bit more dirty, so I used that face paint and that same brush that we used earlier to just kind of put paint all over the place. But I just felt like this wasn't really doing much for me, so I took some of this fake blood that I got from Walmart and an old toothbrush, and I just started spraying this all over me. I also included some on my face. I'm also going to take this Mehron stage blood and did the same thing. I dipped my toothbrush into the bottle and sprayed it all over my face, all over the collar. Just keep in mind that this Mehron stage blood is super sticky, so just keep that in mind. You could also use like a dark maroon face paint for this, or like just mix your red face paint with your black face paint and it'll give you like that dark blood color. Continuing with the final touches on this look, we're going to pop in our red contacts. I am going to be adding some lashes, and then we're going to go ahead and add some black lace gloves. These did have glitter all over them because they were in like my prop drawer from like other looks. So yeah, dust that off and we are done. Alright you guys, so that completes today's look. I hope you enjoyed it. In case any of you guys are wondering how I made this clown collar, I just took some coffee filters, folded it in half, and then took that half and folded it in half again, and then cut off the little corner piece, punched a hole through it, and then weaved through a shoestring and tied it around my neck. And I did that with all of these, so all of them are like individual. See? But yeah, and then it just kind of makes this really cool clown collar. You could actually also dye these coffee filters to make them any color you like. Be sure to check out all my social media platforms, especially Instagram and TikTok. That way you can see more content of this look. Make sure you are subscribed, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.